Alright guys, so you're welcome to my channel once again. This is Namens here. If this is the first time of visiting the channel, I would entreat you to subscribe to it. When you click the subscribe button, a bell will pop out beside it. You click on all, so you'll be notified whenever I upload other videos. Alright guys, in my last video I said my next video is going to be about the things that you could buy from the UAE and send home for business purposes. But a subscriber asked that I do this video, so I will do this one, and then my next video I will do the one that I spoke of earlier. Alright guys, so in this video a subscriber, I think John Nartey, he asked me to talk about what people are likely to go through as first timers at the airport. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Alright guys, so let's go into today's video.
Yeah. Okay,
guys, so as first timer, you've gotten your visa, you've bought your ticket, and then maybe you have been given a time of departure. So if on your ticket your departure time is say 12 o'clock, say PM, you make sure you get to the airport latest by 10 AM. Arrive at the airport at least 2 hours to your departure time, so that in case you encounter any issues, those issues can be sorted out before you leave. For instance, maybe you may not have taken your yellow fever shot. There are issues with your COVID card or something. There might be issues because you're a first-time traveler. You might not know. You might have missed something. All right. So if you get there early, those things might be pointed out to you, and then you can go through whatever you need to go through, so you can still catch your flight. So number one is to arrive at the airport very early. Now, when you get to the airport, you'll be taken through security checks. Your bags will be taken through a scan, and then so it is ideal not to even wear something like a shoe that will cover your whole foot, or like a lot of lace, because you'll be removing your shoes in, I think, yeah, in the Ghanaian airport you remove your shoes. Some airports will not let you do that. You just go through the scan, everything will be scanned. But some airports will let you remove your shoes and every metallic object that you have on you, your phone, your belt, anything that is metallic, you remove and put in kind of a bowl. It goes through a scan, and then you pick it from the other side. All right guys, so when you've gone through that, that is the first stage. When you've gone through that, you look for the airline counter. So if you are flying with maybe Emirates, you look for where Emirates is, and then mostly you are likely to find a queue. So you join the queue. When you get to the Emirates staff, they will check you in. They'll give you your boarding pass. If it's Emirates and you are going to the UAE, it's going to be a direct flight. So they'll give you your boarding pass, and then you proceed to board the flight. Now, if you are transiting, if you are using other airlines, maybe Ethiopia Airlines, Kenya Airways, Rwanda Air, or any other airlines, then it's going to be a transit. So they will take you to the country of the airline, and then you board a different flight from that country to whichever country you are going to. I'm using the UAE as a case study. So if, for instance, you are going with Ethiopian Airline, you board a flight from Ghana to Addis Ababa, and at Addis Ababa you'll be given a different flight, then you go to the UAE. So at Addis Ababa, you get off the flight. Maybe usually there will be some waiting time. So when you get there, you find out that there will be two designations. Yeah, one designation is for those who are coming to Addis Ababa proper, and the other one will be for transiting passengers. So you go through the transiting passengers, and then you wait until your airline will be announced and you'll be asked to board. So that's if maybe the waiting time is too long. Most countries can allow you to enter the country for some time. If maybe you are going to the UAE and you are transiting through like Rwanda or Kenya, some countries will allow you to go through the city for some time, and then you come back and board your flight and go. So you make sure if you are going out of the city, then you keep track of time, so you don't miss your flight. And so when at that country too, you go through the same security checks that you went through in Ghana. They will check your stuff. If you pass through a scan, you remove your. So it's ideal not to wear something so sophisticated, especially footwear wise. Wear something that is easy to remove and to wear, so that when you get to those airports and you are asked to be removing your stuff, it will be easier for you to remove. Don't overdress. I mean, because You might be removing belts, this chain. So if you are wearing a gold chain, that chain, this chain, you'll be removing them at each. If you are transiting, especially, you're removing them at each country that you get to, and it's going to be a bit worrisome. So don't overdress. Just something very simple. If you are going to a country that you are likely to meet a very cold weather when you get there, then you wear something which is a bit heavy. But if you are traveling to the UAE, as I'm using as a case study, then you're not likely to meet any cold weather. The weather there is not that cold that you, even during the time that it's a bit cold, it's normal. It's around maybe 11, 10 degrees. It's normal. It doesn't get that cold. So you can wear something light and then you go and you'll be fine. So once you get to, if you are going to the UAE, you are likely to enter through Dubai and then onward to the emirate that you are going to. So once you get to Dubai, your plane lands. The heavenly part is if you get to Dubai at dawn or in the night, the view from the sky, the view of Dubai from the sky, it's something else. So if you get to Dubai around that time, take note of that. If you have a phone, at least there are some things that you don't see often. So you can record it just for your viewing. And then when you land, you go through checks again. You find this Emiratis in Jalabia, this white Kandura, and the black, I don't know how they call it, I've forgotten the name. There's a black band like that around the head. And they in that country, that dressing is official. So they do that dressing to everywhere, and it's official. So you find a lot of them in that kind of dress in the airports, and they will check your passport, they will check your visa, they will scan your eyeballs, they will do everything, and then they will give you the entry to go into the country. So you go through, those will be the checks. When they've done those checks, you get out of the airport and then straight to wherever you are going to. If it's an employment visa, then your company's rep will come and pick you from the airport. If it's a tourist visa, you likely know where you are going to, so then onward to where you are going to. I hope this answers your question, John Nartey. Yeah, all right guys, so I'll be talking about the video I spoke of, like the things that you can buy from the UAE and bring home to sell. Once you are there and you started working and you started making some money. All right, so catch me on my next video. All right guys, so thanks for watching. God bless, and catch you another time.
Yeah.